It never gets old. It's been fun for me to see from my office while I'm getting some work done. The kids getting in here and getting their hands dirty. Let's see what they've actually done. This is looking pretty good. Half hour?
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get some work done. Call me when you're about ready to turn it on. I'm gonna come out here with a surprise. I just wanna know what he's working on. Hey, it's Brian with Team Aquascape. Early Saturday morning, and I got a smile on my face because we're doing something we've never done before. We're doing a pond camp. Pond camp was kind of inspired by enormous outreach of kids going to Greg Whitstock, the Pond Guys channel, and how many of them want ponds. And so I thought, what a better way than to teach these kids how to build ponds. So we have over 50 attendees today signed up to learn the hands-on, step-by-step process for building a one-day project. Chris and I are loading up boulders, and people are already starting to pour in about an hour early. Hey! It's Mr. Hansen, the man, the myth, the legend.
Good morning, everybody!
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Brian.
First pond camp ever.
I could hardly sleep last night. Seriously, the inaugural pond camp.
Right?
I love it.
I'm super excited. We've got over 50 attendees. Jenna's over there actually setting up breakfast and everything as we speak. You're getting boulders from the pile, all leftover stuff.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what we're building today.
We're gonna build, what, a 6x8 pond using our pond kit. The nice thing about it is everything is inside one box to create an ecosystem pond. And what's neat about it is we are going to take it from grass and a little bit of mulch to a beautiful, beautiful pond.
We have a beautiful day. Who's excited to be at pond camp? Yeah. All right, this is our very first pond camp at Aqualand, and this was an inspiration that I had nothing to do with. It was all Paul Cuffaro and Brian Helfrich talking together. Paul Cuffaro is a YouTuber who was a 17-year-old kid that built his own pond, and I thought, this is a really neat kid that he actually did this, and he started a YouTube channel around it. And when I met him, he had just over 100,000 subscribers. And today, does anybody know how many subscribers Paul Cuffaro has? How many?
Over 1 million.
Over 1 million subscribers for Paul Cuffaro. Paul, where are you at? Come on up here. Here he is.
So I started fishing, and that was the first thing I ever did. It kind of grew from there because I built one pond. Everyone that builds a pond, you always end up building more and more. Building bigger, bigger and bigger.
The average consumer buys 3 water features. Big, bigger, biggest. Good, better, best.
Eventually met Greg through other people, and he just took me on adventures like all over the world.
So listen, we want to have fun today. We're going to be building a water feature. We're going to be seeing the animals at Aqualand. This was my dream. I dreamed of this place for 15 years before I was able to build it. This is our business where we actually manufacture and ship the products all over the world. I'm having fun. I always like to say I love my job because I have the best job in the world. I get to go visit people in their backyards and see how they're living the aquascape lifestyle and educate people on ponds done right, customers served right. This is fun stuff. We really want you guys to get along and have fun and everything else, and we'll wrap up the day with the tour and everything else. So, you guys excited? Yeah.
They're coming. They're coming.
Here they come. Woohoo! Last but not least. I love my job. All right, guys. So just kind of give you an area that we're going to be working. The pond's going to be right in this area here. Waterfalls are going to kind of start up in this direction here. Step 1 for you guys is going to be the design part, right? Where do I put this in my backyard or front yard? 99.9% of the time, I design these water features from inside the house. So when you look out the window, you can see it. Even outdoor loving people still spend a majority of their time inside the home. If I can increase the enjoyment by making sure I can see that waterfall or stream or part of the pond from inside the house, then do that. We're gonna pretend this is our house, this is our kitchen over in here, so I want the waterfalls facing towards that space over there. Everything I need to build this pond is in that box. So we're building a 6-foot by 8-foot pond. First thing I wanna do is lay out where the perimeter of this pond could be. Pond Camp is well underway. I'm sitting here with Paul Cuffaro. So Paul's got like an enormous following, like 1 million some friends, and they're all kids that are inspired to be outside, work with their hands.
I'd say a good portion of them were definitely kids. Yeah, they all just want to be outside and learn, especially how to do just this. So it's cool that we had the opportunity to do it.
And so with Paul's help, we've got kids from kind of all over the country. There's people from Tennessee, there's people from Ohio, I think there's somebody from Texas here, you know, all here to learn one thing, how to live that aquascape lifestyle. You know, we've done these Ponds for Kids programs before, and the one thing Ponds for Kids and this pond camp has in college is kids are like so motivated to just work and be outside. And I think nowadays, like with all the technology and everything else that's happening, to see this crazy and awesome, like kids haven't actually lost it.
And these kids are enjoying every bit of it. They're all building the pond. None of them are sitting there going, I want to leave.
Yeah.
Everyone's in.
Yeah, I could tell there's a couple kids like, hey, when is it my turn to grab a shovel? With their goal, like any one-day project, to have this thing rocked in by lunch. And then after lunch, we'll start building that waterfall.
They've all done more work than I have today.
The idea of the skimmer box is to grab all that wind-blown debris. So right now, all those goofy helicopter seeds, the stuff off the locust trees.
I gotta tell you guys, I am super impressed with the amount of energy and effort that these kids and adults alike are putting into building this pond. We've got the pond excavated. Brian's going over setting the skimmer height, establishing water level, and using a laser transit. So it's kind of a quiet, still time in the project, because this is one of those teaching opportunities that are really important for new pond builders to really grasp a hold of and understand the concept that he's trying to give right now.
Hanson, where'd everybody go?
We went to lunch, you know, gotta eat at noon around here.
When do you get to eat?
Never. I don't miss many meals, Tony. And then I'll come back over here and we'll get that, okay? So, yeah, my liner trim, I'm gonna trim excess fabric. I'm gonna get you started for this. All right, you did awesome. Okay, so what Jack's doing right now is he's hooking up the pump.
Set the water level down 3 inches lower than grade. This yard slopes this way, making this side even higher than that side over there. So I can comfortably take another liner, go over the top of this one,
Brian, are we able to lift it up?
What's that? Notice I didn't hook this up right away. A lot of people have the tendency to get their liner in here. They bolt this to this. Once it's bolted, you have no flexibility of moving this liner back and forth.
So the waterfalls are basically built up to the biofalls. We've got the pond totally rocked in. We've basically done as much of the edges on the pond as we can. There's not a whole lot I can do until he gets his butt out of the way and I can continue to work. I think what he'll probably do is when he's done, you know, doing this, he's just gonna take off and go do something else and let me finish this, which I'm okay with, I guess. At least then I'll get done before dinner time. So that's where we're at.
It never gets old. I'm excited to see what these guys have been working on all day. I've been out here periodically, but Brian and Chris have really been leading this build. It's been fun for me to see from my office while I'm getting some work done, the kids getting in here and getting their hands dirty. Let's see what they've actually done. Uh-oh. This is looking pretty good. Hey, have these guys been doing a good job today for you guys? Awesome. So, half hour?
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get some work done. Call me when you're about ready to turn it on. I'm gonna come out here with a surprise.
In true foreman fashion comes out and it's like, okay, when are you guys gonna be done?
Yeah. I just want to know what he's working on.
So the best thing about building ponds and water features is this part that you guys are about to do. You came here this morning, it was just grass and a little berm, and what, 6 hours later, we're gonna give birth to a one-of-a-kind custom water feature. There is not a single water feature on the planet exactly like this. The most satisfying thing about our industry and our jobs is we're creating artwork in people's yards, and every time we turn it on, we give birth to a new waterfalls. Are you guys ready to do this? Yeah! All right, go ahead and plug it in.
Oh, it's working.
Hey! Just stay behind Woody and we'll be okay.
How was it?
Good.
Good, you had fun?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Well, that's a wrap. Here's the pond. Looks beautiful. All credit goes to everyone that really did come out and build it today. It was a blast. Pond camp number 1 is over. We're gonna have like 50 more of these things, so be ready. Stay tuned for pond camp number 2. If you want to learn how to build a pond, just stay tuned, be ready. Thank you to everyone for coming out for real though. I did enjoy every single bit of this, and till the next one.